Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching Horimiya, the final episode, episode 13. What happened last time?
Last time was Christmas, and we got caught up with everybody, what they're doing. Miyamura half-heartedly or fully hearted, like sort of accidentally, seemingly proposed to Hori, and Hori took it gracefully but didn't quite give an answer. And he just rushed off in a hurry. It's like, then we saw after credits, apparently, I don't know, they didn't, like, they just, did they go over that? They didn't seem to, like, touch on the whole proposal. It seemed like, okay. So, a bunch of stuff happened. There was also Toru and Yuki hanging out, and having a nice, wholesome relationship, playing some video games, and not having much pressure, which seems really nice and healthy. And we're ready to see how this whole ride comes to a conclusion. Hopefully there's a season 2. I think I would like a season 2 of this show.
I would like a season 2 of
I would like a season 2 of the show. I would like them to not cut as much stuff short, because it feels like they did. A lot of stuff doesn't feel rushed when it's happening, but it feels a lot of stuff, especially in these last few episodes, has felt like it's been cut a bit short. And I hope that they remedy that in the second season.
But there's only
if there is one.
Yeah, we hope that there is. We don't really know too much about this. We purposefully, when we're watching shows, we don't like look into the manga and be like, oh, it only covered this much, or oh, it covered the whole thing, just because we want to be surprised.
Yeah.
But this is the finale, so I guess we'll see how this season wraps up.
Indeed. And
we're very excited. We've enjoyed it so far. We hope you've enjoyed our videos so far. And we hope that you like and subscribe. If you want us to watch and react to more shows like Horimiya, or in general.
Definitely show your support on these types of videos if you like this and not like just shonen stuff.
Leave comments of like other series suggestions, things that you think that we would enjoy based on how we thought of this. And yeah, support the official release.
Definitely.
Maybe check out our Patreon, check out our schedule, see what's coming new soon, and let's go. Horimiya episode 13. 1 second, I just want to take these out because they're like
hurting you?
No, they were like really unbalanced and it was looking kind of weird, so I'll just take it out.
Already? Already? Soon?
I feel like time is flying.
Like it was
show.
Christmas and now apparently it's coming up soon. Is that a figure of speech? Oh.
Doesn't want to. She has like nothing.
Wait, is it like the end of the year right now? Like they're cleaning out their lockers. Is this it?
Wow. The laugh.
Goodbye.
What?
Looks like you relate to her in more ways than one. Hack rat over here. So holy shit, it's like the end of... Fuck! Like, are they graduating this episode? Holy shit, like, we went from Christmas to them graduating soon.
They're bringing home all their shit, so...
My god, that was a time skip and a half. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were gonna have another...
I would be really sad if this was actually the end of...
They want to end it off with a bang, so they're gonna end it on the graduation. I wonder if the manga even goes past, like...
I don't know. I just know that it had run for like a long time.
Yeah.
But it seems like there was more to say.
It seems like there was a lot more.
There's like so many characters, and all of them were like...
in the middle of their arcs as well.
Interesting. Yeah. They all had a lot more to
like
grow.
Toru and Yuki were in like the beginning stage of their relationship. Now it's been... If this is... And I don't know how... Like, when do they tell you in Japan to take home all your stuff? Is it a month before graduation? Probably isn't 2 months before graduation. So, which means that, like, we're now months into their relationship, and, like, so much of that development, it seems to be
Are they gonna just get married in this episode?
Yeah, what the fuck?
We just have a swift graduation.
Graduation and marriage ceremony. 2 birds with 1 stone. And we didn't even see this shit! All their summer night fun, like them swimming and playing in the beach and the sparklers and shit. Are we gonna see that this time, maybe? Because it's like a celebration. And the yearbook, I guess maybe we'll see that.
Man.
It seems like there's a lot to go through, and they're just fucking flying right by, man. Why don't you guys want to go on a trip? She feels like it's fucking over. She wants to go on a trip with her friends.
She wants to like hang out with everyone.
She's gonna start crying because it's almost over. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I want you to go to the zoo.
You should definitely go on this trip.
I desperately want them to go on a road trip. I don't know why. I really like all like the peeled oranges just on the table.
Just sits on her face. What the fuck? Yeah. It feels like so long ago.
It does. That's so nice.
It's so sad to see, like, how boring this is. Whoa.
Wow.
It's really depressing. Like...
It's like the what if.
Oh, wow, a week. A week. Whoa. What was that? Earring? Earring someone? That's so sad.
That was really sad.
That was really, really sad. Holy shit, here we go.
Wow.
Oh.
I didn't do it on purpose, but I'm not mad about it.
Somebody said nice sneeze. So weird.
I forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad he wasn't in it more.
Oh my god.
No. Not too often.
My god. Jesus. Yeah. Yes. Please don't make it weird. Please don't make it weird and just go. Yes.
Doesn't give a shit about his actual kid.
Why? Oh, she got in?
She's going there.
That sucks. That sucks.
お兄ちゃん。なんだ妹。お兄ちゃんだよね。お兄ちゃんだよ。今日寿司食べに行くんだけど来る？行く。よっしゃー、行こう行こう。京介ブサイほどに。距離が縮んだ。誰かとこんなに距離が縮んだのは初めてだよ。境界線をなくすこと本当はすごく怖かった。怖かったんだよ、堀さん。俺は自分にこんなにたくさんの表情があるなんて知らなかったよ。君も知らなかったと思うけど、自分を周りに見せることへの恐怖とか不安とか全部君が持って行ってくれ。君に何かをしてあげられたかな。君を笑顔にしてあげられたかな。俺が思ってるよりも君は強い。俺が感じているよりも君は儚くて脆くて壊れやすくて。君だからこんなに明るい日常がつきまとうんだね。俺は俺以外の人間なんて知らなかったよ。こんな世界知らなかったよ。俺の日常を壊してくれてありがとう。俺とこれからを望んでくれてありがとう。俺は君に何かをしてあげられるかな。早く見上がら。ああ、春の空は見たこともないほど君一人にあげられたらななんて。いや、そんなものより生クリームのたっぷり乗ったケーキの方。
I like that. Oh, nice slideshow.
What is that?
What is that?
What is that? That's supposed to be like a sports festival or something? Or a reference to something? That's pretty cute. So what'd you think of that?
I'm not mad at it. I liked it, actually. I am a little bit sad. Like, it was actually a nice, satisfying ending for me. I am just sad that it seems like we cut off a few of the stories to get there, which I'm a little bit disappointed about because I really, really liked this show, and I really liked all the characters, like, even the side characters. I had actually heard some criticism about this show that they sidelined the main characters and just focused on the side characters.
I saw that comment as well, yeah.
But I wasn't mad about it at all.
Yeah, no.
They kept it enough oh, this is a group experience that I never felt oh, the main characters just don't exist. It's just we've gone through most of their arc and they can be living in the background while other people have other things that are actually more interesting to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really sad that it's over.
Yeah, and again, we don't know if there's going to be a season 2. And the way that they ended it, I'm not as sure if I want there to be one. I don't it seems like they left they tied it it seems like they wanted to tie it up so tightly that there wasn't room for a season 2. That's what it seems like. And I really liked the show while I'm watching it, but it just after now that we're at the end, it just feels so much like there was so much wasted potential. There was so much that they could have done, but they just cut a lot of it too short. And I would have loved to see them go on there, if it was reordered in some way,
or if
and
they just had a few more episodes. I feel like this show is one
I
of
would
those
have loved
ones...
to see their trip and see how that all went down. Maybe an OVA couple OVAs in the future. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I didn't get enough. I want more, and I don't know if that was their plan, like if they wanted us to be here wanting more, but it feels like we just skipped over so much, and it's really unfortunate because I wanted to see more. I wanted to see
the way I feel like that was the end, but they left it like more stuff is gonna happen and it's gonna keep going, but like right now is really good. We had a really fantastic year. We made a lot of friends, and we're going to try our best to keep those friends. Yeah. And those really, like, it seemed like that was where it was supposed to end, but I feel like there could have just been a little bit more in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I just really liked it, and I just didn't really want it to end. I felt like we just got to the end so fast.
Yeah, it feels like the third act was, like, fast-forwarded through. And I wish I could have saw more of it. Like, I just wanted to see more. But, like, I don't know why they did it. I don't know if they did that because there wasn't much to happen between that, or if they just didn't have the time. I'm not sure. Like, they needed more episodes in order to go through the last few months, like, the last semester of their school year. Seemed to be complete. Like, it was literally completely skipped over. And,
like, this episode was really, like, the last 2 episodes were actually, like, really awesome. We got, like, reconnected with all of the characters, and, like, we got this awesome sort of, not flashback, but this, like, alternate universe of, like,
that was
if
really
they
good.
Hadn't been friends, it was, like, so
that was really
shitty
good.
And depressing, but, like, so awesome to see laid out, just, like, this is, like, how, like, shit it basically could have ended.
That was, like, so crushing,
and then they did it, like, so well, and then it's, like, we've had this thing of, like, the whole time we've had, like, Miyamura and his, like, younger self having this, like, thing of, like, when he was younger, he, like, just genuinely didn't even believe that, like, this life that he's had was even, could even ever happen.
Yeah.
And now he is finally, like, able to let go of that part of himself because he can now believe it.
Yeah.
It was real, and it is real, and he's, like, learned so much, and, like, has friendships and a relationship, and just, you know, I don't know, it was really beautiful. The way this episode was done was really beautiful. We had, like, a really great mix of just, like everything, you know?
I really liked that. It felt very, like, well communicated, the feelings there. Because I back when I was in a similar situation, it felt exactly like that. It was like, you just don't, and a lot of people, I'm sure maybe you're watching this, or a lot of people that I know personally are in a similar boat, where it's like, things are so, like, it's not even necessarily that they're, like, so bad. They're bad, but, like, they don't seem bad. Like, the way your life is doesn't seem that bad because you're so used to it. And it seems like anything better than what you have is just a fairy tale. It seems like it's not meant for you. It seems like, that's just a story. That's not something that actually happens. Like, you don't see yourself living that kind of a life where you have, like, good relationships or a friend group or anything. It seems like fantasy, and to, like, look back on that and see that part of yourself is really, it feels really surreal, because I felt like that before I met Lindsay or anything like that. I was a complete loner, still kind of am in a lot of ways. I'm still not done my journey, obviously, but I really relate to that, because before I met Lindsay, there was no, like, any way that I could see that, like, living the kind of life that I do now, and, having this kind of really good relationship. And it's just, they communicated that really well. And to show, like, how things could have been if he didn't, take the chance to, like, come over there, or, get over his loneliness, it shows just how far he's come in a big way, and, like, how horrible it would have been, like, and how bad it really was, because when he was in it, like, I'm sure he felt like, this is shit, this sucks, but, like, anything better is impossible, so whatever. And to look back, yeah, it's so, they communicated that really well. That hit me really hard. That was really awesome. Really dope shit. this episode. This episode was good. I really liked the show. Every time I'm watching the show, I like it. I can't help but notice all of like the cracks in it and all of the things that they're doing. Like and again, the resolution to Shu's sister happened this episode, where she's going to the school she didn't want to go to, and it felt like.
But then there's like this weird thing of like it. I feel like if there had been slightly more elaboration on it, then that would have maybe been a satisfying conclusion of like, oh, she's going to the same school as her brother, and like now they can like maybe there's like a bit more of a relationship there that she was like really concerned about that aspect.
I guess
it's like, but I feel like it didn't quite get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I personally really like this show to the point that I don't really. Like, I feel like it's important to point out the flaws, but personally, I'm not too hung up on them.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed it, and the ending was so satisfying and, like, so beautifully done that I'm like, you know, even though there were a couple things, like, throughout the story that were, like, not as good as there could have been, I would have liked to see more. I would have just liked to stay in this story for longer.
I would have liked to be shown rather than told a lot of the time. That's my thing with this show.
But at the same time, they, like... all the characters were, like, really fun, and, like, the problems and the situations a lot of time were, like, really realistic and not, like, too overblown. Like, so, there's, like, a little bit of, like, extra drama thrown in there, but it wasn't, like, so over the top. Like,
people weren't breaking down and crying every time anything happened, and, like, that was, they saved,
there were misunderstandings, but they were resolved actually quickly. Not, like,
that's
important. We almost destroyed our entire relationship because of, like, literally a misunderstanding. It was like, oh, she's mad for, like, a second, and then once it's resolved, then it's resolved.
That's something. I wish they got more into that. That's something I wish they got into. More of Hori's, like, problems. Like, she has a lot of baggage and a lot of issues of, like, abandonment, and we didn't hear about her dad. What does he even do?
That's why
he just came back, and then, like, nothing changed, and she calls him by his first name, but we don't know why. They have, like, this weird distance, but they're still really close because she kind of takes after him in a weird way. And it's also weird because we have that moment of, like, I don't, like, it's like, oh, I don't, earlier in the show, we, like, just had a flashback to it, which is why I'm remembering, is, like, oh, I don't really know that much about you, Hori, but then we still don't know that much about her. They didn't have the conversation where they fill in those gaps.
It would have been really nice to, like, see, like, because we never see them learning about each other's backstories.
And, like, tell us, like, weird little quirks about them. Like, when I was a kid, I had a cat. Or when I was, when I went to the amusement park with my cousins this time, and one of them broke his leg or something. Like, like, random shit. Like, there wasn't that moment where, like, they really filled in the gaps of their life that they didn't have. Or, like, random
like,
stuff.
Oh, Hori, why do you call your dad by his first name?
It's like, I know nothing about you. I know nothing about you either. And then they just go on knowing nothing about each other.
It would have been just, like, I feel like it was so good, but they, like, there could have been so much more, and maybe the manga is where there's so much more. Maybe this is just, like, an advertisement, but at the same time, it's, like, it could, like, and it was so good. Even with all these problems, I would still recommend this to, like, for sure, almost anyone, because I feel like it's just such...
As far as romance,
light, enjoyable. There's the romance. There's the comedy. There's and I love the way they treated
the romance. The way they treated the romance and the way they treated sex wasn't at all sexual. It was purely.
There was none, like, bullshit. Oh yeah.
They left it implicit, but also explicit. That they really were, like, they were fucking hard. Like, she had that bite mark, and she always wanted him to beat the shit out of her and stuff. Like, it was hardcore and funny, but also not unrealistic, and, like, but also not so realistic that we need to see what's going on. That I really love. That was something that I really loved.
Really excellent choices of.
But they also didn't get into. We got a lot of Miyamura's baggage, but he didn't talk about it. He thought about it a lot, and we saw a lot of Hori's problems and, like, the way that, and all of her abandonment issues, like I said, and stuff like that, and her trust issues, but we didn't see any kind of digestion of that, or any kind of, like, he didn't talk to her about that. They never had a conversation where he's just like, I'll be here no matter what. That was the thing. It was like she was having those issues where she always felt like he was away, or whenever he was away, he was with some girl, or, like, all this crazy shit. And like, I guess that's relatively normal. Like, for high school girls, they freak out about shit like that all the time. That's fair. But we didn't go into that. It was always, like, the answer was, he said, I'll be here forever. I'll be here no matter what. And then it was this cute little tie a bow on it. But it wasn't this, like, exploration of what was actually going on or the root of these problems, which it's just so much was implicit. And the stuff that wasn't implicit was told to us, but we were never like shown any kind of catharsis. It felt like
that's
there was a whole lot of setup, and the payoff was like, oh, you know.
I guess in that way, I can see why people complain about the focus on the side characters when we didn't get to go into Hori stuff. But at the same time, I feel like they could have done both if they had more time. And I feel like they should have done both, because all of it, like, I feel like everything that they discussed, whether they like fully delivered or like fully explored it, I feel like everything that was like teased at was like all super relevant and like interesting and like some like kind of different. It wasn't all about like, oh, I hope I get into this good school. I hope he likes me. I hope that, like, it wasn't. It was really, and they had different characters to explore the different things of like, oh, I'm like. I'm like depressed, or like I can't say what I want, or oh, I'm having issues, I feel like I'm not as pretty as my friends, and like there was all these things, and it was nice that they doled them out to different characters.
But they just brought them up. They brought them up.
Yeah, they
and
didn't. But I feel like everything that was there, if they had explored everything and taken more time, it could have been even better than it already was.
For
And
sure.
I already think it was good, but I think like there was so much to talk about, and all of it was like important, and all the characters felt real enough that they could take the time to go into it.
But again, they didn't.
I know.
That's the problem. They didn't, and that's my biggest problem. Is like, again, with Yuki, her whole thing not resolved, like her problem, and it's like, again, like you said, super deep psychological problems like that are not so easily solved. But there wasn't a progress or like a hope in that. There wasn't like she took a step in a positive direction, and things won't be perfect, but at least she's taking the initiative on that, and for that she's rewarded with this relationship, because she really overcame that initial fear and said that she wanted to be with this guy. That didn't happen, and like it's the case with so many things, and the show can only be improved by diving further into every single one of these things. There's none of these things that we're bringing up that if they spent more time on it, it would have been worse.
No.
That's the thing. And it's like, sometimes they can dwell on things, like a show like this can dwell on things too much. Sometimes they can spend way too much time on like Hori freaking out about him being not there. Like if they had a couple more random misunderstandings or whatever. Sometimes they can dwell on things too much. In this show, they didn't at all. Any extra time they could have put into any one of these random, any of the plot points in the show would have been positive. Even the ones that were already
explored, I think still would have been good.
Yeah. And again, it's, with all that said, I still really enjoyed watching it. I just, like, some of this stuff really irks me, and I'm not going to give the show a pass for it, but even if I don't give it a pass, even if I still hold it against the show, I'm not going to let that ruin my enjoyment. I still really enjoyed watching it. I'm really glad that like people wanted us to watch it. I'm sad we couldn't have watched it while it was airing, but I think binging it was a lot of fun.
You know what I would like? I would like an OVA of their road trip.
I would love an OVA of their road trip. I just hope they don't sexualize it, because that's a lot of time they do that.
But an OVA of the road trip would be really good.
This show is great. This show is really good. This show is a really good fucking summer.
I feel like this was a really good show for us just right now in our watching, based on what we're watching. Because I feel like at the beginning we had like Kaguya, and that was like, I mean, kind of like out of control, but like a more like just standard high school stuff. But then since then, the more like romantic or high school or like slice of life shows have been like Jun Maida or like Bunny Girl, like
out of control
supernatural elements and like weird shit. Like I literally half the time in the show I was like expecting them to like pull out some fucking random shit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But they didn't. But so I really liked it because it was just really nice to watch. I wasn't stressed out pretty much ever while watching it. Like there's some there was moments of like, oh, what's gonna happen, but I was never like. It was relaxing to watch, I guess.
For sure, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. awesome show. Good shit, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, we enjoyed this show, even though we had problems with it. We hope that you guys enjoyed this show. We hope that if you liked us reacting to this series, you can please leave this video a like, showing support on these kind of videos, because we do a lot of, like, Naruto and Jojo and, like, shonen stuff, but showing that there is a want and a demand for this type of stuff will get us to do more stuff like this. Please leave suggestions down below of other shows that you think that we would like, and
comment if you agree about the showing not telling, or the telling not showing critiques, or anything that you disagree with us. We'd love to talk with you guys about that now that we finished the show. Yeah.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
Bye-bye.